it. You're stand-up dude and you were doing the job. Of course he was gonna say no. That's him. He's a duck, but for some reason he has his two fans, and I mean two of them. It's just two of them that keep pestering me. He has these two fans convinced that he's not the duck. He's a duck. He talks all this trash about everybody. He talks all this about that he's this, he's that. He's nothing. Who has he? Look at who he's fought in the UFC, and look at the guys that I fought in the UFC. His first fight in the UFC was against a guy that was 3-1 or something like that. 4 professional fights. He fought Mike. Who has he fought? He's fought nobody but Dum Young Kim and Damian Maia on the decline. And he thinks he's somebody. He's a nobody. This is a guy that, Ariel, I can't even go through my Twitter feed. I can't even go through it just because of how much people really want me to beat this guy up. I've been wanting to beat him up forever, but unfortunately, I've always had a fight, or, he's hurt, or he had a fight, but now he's not. He's free, and so let's make it happen. I'll let him pick the date. Let's make it happen.
Okay, so a couple things. He said that he's tried to fight you in the past, that you turned him down. Is that true?
Absolutely not. Never.
Okay.
See, that's what I mean. Like, he knows that. Like, if that was true, then why would he clear the air?
Right. Okay, so, and then more importantly, are they offering, you're fighting, like, as far as the public is concerned?
They've offered it.
Okay, so as far as the public is concerned, you are fighting Emil Meck at UFC 219, but in the last 24 or so hours, you've been offered Colby Covington. If he accepts, they're willing to make a switch here?
Yep.
And he's saying no.
He's saying absolutely no. He said, hell no. Hell no. Why would I risk getting beat down that bad? Like, he's an amateur. He's still an amateur. And I'm better at every facet of the game. They offered it to him, and that's why he's saying it's false. But why wouldn't you clear the air if it was false?
Right.
Why wouldn't you say it? Like, he wouldn't do it. That's the thing. Like, he's going to say what he's saying, then he'll run. Unfortunately, and when he tried to, like, he's really hot on Twitter. He's a Twitter thug. That's what I call him. He tried to start a little Twitter beef a little while ago, and I squashed it immediately.
And we're live. That was a clip from the MMA Hour brought to you by Ariel Helwani and Kamaru Usman. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And how are you all doing? That was a pretty old clip from Kamaru Usman and Ariel Helwani. It was from the 1st of November 2017, and he was talking about Colby Covington. The reason why I brought up that old clip is because recently Colby Covington, I think about a week ago, he's been on this energy again. He's trying Kamaru Usman. He's trying everybody, man. He was talking crap about Jon Jones. And I get what he's doing. I get trash talking makes money, right? That money isn't going to protect you, man. There are people whose energy far surpasses your paycheck. One of those people is Jon Jones. When he sees you, he's going to slap you. And I've seen Colby Covington's fights. He has potential, but he's not a once-in-a-lifetime athlete. He's not that amazing. I saw the fight against him and Damian Maia. Not very impressive. I was more impressed with Tyron Woodley versus Damian Maia, because Damian Maia couldn't get his jiu-jitsu thing going. But aside from that, Kamaru really has a problem with this guy, and I'm just waiting for UFC to make this fight. I'm assuming that the RDA, Rafael Dos Anjos versus Colby Covington, I'm assuming that fight's still happening. And after that fight, if Colby loses, which I think he will, I think the Usman fight's going to happen. And then we're really going to see Colby's talent. We're really going to see if he's really just some dude who talks trash for the hell of talking trash, or he can really back up what he says. Usually, guys who talk trash can't back up what they say. Ergo, Conor McGregor. Ergo, my favorite, Chael Sonnen. You know, when push came to shove, he got shoved to the floor. But I'm a huge fan of Chael Sonnen. Uh, Conor McGregor in the sense that, to me, honestly speaking, it seems like he's always been picking on small people, physically small guys. Like he fights at 155, right? So that's he fights at 145 and 155. So he's faced guys like Max Holloway, Jose Aldo. But when he was given Nick Diaz, Nick tore him apart. Nick beat the hell out of him. And I think he beat him the second fight too. I really don't think Conor won that fight. I think MMA felt sorry for him. And I really think, but that's another conversation for another day. And I think Colby is just another offset of Conor, just in a bad or worse formula, rather. That's just my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.